processed and ultra-processed food, it's killing us. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Raisin Bran channel. And today, we're going to discuss processed and ultra-processed food and how it's killing us. Processed food is everywhere. Now, we're over-processing ourselves. I mean, food that's making us more obese. I mean, the ultra and over-processed refined foods. If you go to the cookie aisle, the cereal aisle, or the potato chip aisle, grab any bag from any of the three, you're going to find all three ingredients in every single one of those containers. I actually have some examples in front of me. So this is Fig Newton. I did try, in all honesty, trying to find the healthiest of all these three. And those who don't know how to read food labels, let me know in the comments below. I could actually do a video on how to read food labels. They actually are required to list on food labels what contains the most. So your first three ingredients is what are the top three ingredients in that item. So, for example, Fig Newtons, I will have to give them a little bit of credit. The first item is figs, so, you know, that at least they stuck with that. But then the second item is whole grain wheat flour, and their third item is inverted sugar. I have no idea what inverted sugar is. And FYI, when it comes to sugar, sugar has, there's like 272 different names for sugar and refined sugar. Remember, molasses and honey are tricky because 90% of the time it's really just high fructose corn syrup, which is a refined sugar. Inverted sugar, my guess would be another one of those names. So those are just the top three items, and they couldn't give me the top three ingredients without being sugar. And this is supposed to be made with real fruit and no high fructose corn syrup. It has inverted sugar, which makes me very suspicious. Tex Mix. Okay, sugar. I will give them this. They don't have sugar until like the fourth or fifth line, and they actually have total sugars of 2 grams. Why would you need sugar on Chex Mix? Okay. So, and then we have cereal. Okay, so I have 2 brands of cereal because, like I said, I was trying to be fair and go as healthy as I possibly could with it. So I have a Raisin Bran Crunch, which I thought was a little healthy. It's sweetened with raised. Can you tell I really didn't look too deeply when I bought these? I was trying to go healthy and cheap because I don't eat this food, and these were bought just for this video. Okay, so the ingredients will go rice pockets, which rice pockets, it's a rice cereal, so really it should be like rice. Okay, fair enough. The first ingredient is rice. The second ingredient is sugar. The third ingredient is salt, which, okay, salt, just so you know, we can get this out of the way, is an appetite enhancer. And then the fourth ingredient is molasses, and as previously stated, is just another name for sugar. So, okay. And then, you know, lastly, again, these are supposed to be healthy cereal that we are feeding our children or ourselves. We'll go with Raisin Bran. Whole grain wheat is the first ingredient, and the second ingredient is sugar. And this, you know, this also has corn syrup in it. So this has, okay, it has dietary fiber of 6 grams, which is actually not bad. However, what worries me is it has for your daily dosage of 26% daily value of sugar. You could actually skip the sugar in your coffee and just put some Rice Bran cereal and you would be good. Be getting it from a different brand. So, as I was stating, ultra-processed food is absolutely killing us. Now, one tip with food, if it's in your house, it's in your mouth. And that is not my saying, that is Chef AJ, and she is dead on. I have been thinking about that Chex Mix ever since I bought it, which is why I keep throwing it around, because I don't want to eat it. That has to do more with food addiction, which I touched on in a previous video, and it'll probably be another video. Obesity rates in just the United States is huge. But it's not just huge in the United States, it's huge everywhere. So worldwide, and we are home to right now about 80 billion people, and 42% are overweight or obese. Just in the United States, 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. It's not that we're poor with food. We have food, but we're malnutritioned. We're very, very calorically high, and we're so nutritionally low. We're very, very malnutritioned. I just gave you a cookie reason, a cereal reason, and a potato chip reason. And it gets even worse. They know. There's a phenomenal book out there called Salt, Sugar, Fat. Salt, Sugar, Fat by Michael Moss. Okay? And this will tell you exactly how. Actually, this is even available on Audible. They did it on purpose. Okay? They addicted us to food. They know what we like and what we can't get enough of. Yes, this is a great book because this will tell you exactly how the food giants hooked us. I'll give you a quick rendition. They did it scientifically. They know exactly what's called our bliss point, which is the most salt with sugar and fat you can add to a food to make our brains go crazy for it. If you ever hear me talk about food addiction, it's a real thing. There's a level of salt we need. 23 milligrams of salt. The average adult ingests 4 times that. Sugar, we do need, find it in fruit, which is a healthy way to get the average sugar we need. A man needs 9 teaspoons, a woman needs 6 teaspoons daily. That's a very small amount of sugar. Have an apple or two. Food got confusing. I get it. Food's confusing. Labels are confusing. Now, I'm not saying like every food item out there that's processed is bad for you. I'm just saying you have to think about what you're buying and what you're feeding your family. But it's not just how overweight and obesity rates are going through the roof, but it's also what's connected to them. Our 3 main killers are directly correlated to the obesity and overweight rates in this country. Heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes. And then if you want to add stroke, dementia, which they're thinking about calling dementia now, type 3 diabetes, and our medical costs are through the roof. No disease is cheap. I just got off all my medication. None of it was cheap. Wake up and see. We are in a crisis, an obesity and overweight crisis. Look at the labels of what you're feeding yourselves and what you're feeding your children. You're not alone. Diana Bananas, thank you all for watching, and read your ingredients.